Hey everyone, we're here with another video on full self-driving and the Tesla full self-driving beta. Right now we're on the FSD beta 10.69.25 and this is January 1st, 2023. And yeah, just wanted to shoot a video. I got a new update that I'm waiting to install, and I think that might be the new 69.3 or something like that. So we'll see, or .33 or something like that. So we'll see what that ends up being. But yeah, I wanted to do a full self-driving video of this. Again, have my route planned in. It's the same route. So if you haven't seen this before, feel free to take a look at the previous videos or take a look at that holiday video that I just made of the last version that we got upgraded to. So we're just going to get started here and start the session here. So you can see whenever this is on that I'm in full self-driving, and again, the entire video I'm going to try my best not to disengage it unless it puts me in great danger like it was just about to do here. And this person's like looking at me like, what am I doing? Because I peeked my front of the car out too far and I kept creeping out like I was going to go, but I didn't fully do that. So I'm gonna keep my hands at the ready. Again, I'm not gonna, as long as you can see this circle and the disengagement sounds of the doo-doo sound, I'll be in the full self-driving beta, in which the car has full control over what's going on here. And I want to speed it up just a little bit here. And I'll have my feet at the ready on the brake most likely, and sometimes on the accelerator. So it's slowing down for this fork here, so we'll see what it ends up doing. I'm gonna be going left, so I feel like it should stay on the left side. It made a right turn signal, which it doesn't need to do, and braked really hard there to go 30 miles an hour. And now it's speeding up to 37. Now at 37, there's a car. I have to get in the left lane, and there's a car sort of not in my blind spot, but it's kind of trailing in a way that I would want to. Like, I have to make a left turn, and this is gonna be really late to make a left turn. So not what I would typically do. It's pretty late, and watch out for these people making a left here. Yeah, it was not super conscious of those people in the intersection. So that wasn't great. Again, I'm letting it do its own thing, so you can see specifically what it's doing. There is no more button here to tell it that it made a mistake or that it needs to take a look at the footage. But this is a pretty complex intersection, but there's not too much traffic here, so it should be able to go right now. That was pretty decent, but again, there was no cars there, so it's not super complex. Merging here, this is a little bit early. Turned on the signal really early and then it didn't merge, and now it's finally merging. So that's not great. The phantom turn signals are a real thing with this car and with this full self-driving beta, which has not been something that I'm a huge fan of. It makes you look really foolish when you turn on the signal and don't actually make a turn signal, or you turn on a signal where you're going straight. So let's see what it does here, if it actually makes the turn here. In the past, it has not made this turn. So let's see what happens if I actually push the accelerator here. Because I can make a right turn on red there. So yeah, it did it, and I was basically, and then it tried to make a left turn, which I don't need to make a left turn here. I need to make a left turn up there. So again, this is not great. The update has not done anything different than what it has done previously, so I'm not seeing any improvements here. Accelerating pretty hard into a red light, so that's not great. Not sure why it's doing that. And we'll pause here and we'll wait for the green light. Okay, light's changing. We should get a green light. Again, it says 60 miles an hour when it's not 60 miles an hour at all here. Left turn with signal, or with lane lines here. So I'm in the right lane to make a right turn up here. So that's good that I'm in this lane. Now, from the prior movement of me not forking off into that left lane, that clearly shows that even still, the full self-driving is not working a great deal with the navigation. So to place you in the optimum lane, or the optimal lane, to, let's say, not make you do more turns or merges or what have you. All right, green lights. So the right lane to us merges, and previously it has made a right turn signal to merge into that lane, which it does not need to do. Let's see what it does here. All right. That is an improvement that I have seen. So it used to always make a right turn signal to merge into that lane, and for once it didn't do that, so that's good. All right, starting to slow down for this right turn. We're at 50 miles an hour, 45. We're slowing down quite a bit, even though we're not at the turn yet. So we're at 30 miles an hour, and the person behind me has caught up to me, and it beeped at me for some odd reason. Not entirely sure why. So, I mean, it handled the turn fine, but I would, again, want it to be faster to make the turn, because it slows down fairly gradually, but it's still not like it's too much. It slows down way too much. And then it should slow down later and in a gradual way, not where you're just slamming on the brakes. That's still not great, but that was comfortable, so you can say that. Alright, coming to a stop sign, slowing down. Slowing again, like pretty early before the stop sign. Let's see how it handles this. And that's probably the best that I've seen as of yet, which is good to see, but some other ones weren't so great, so. Alright, coming along to a roundabout, starting to brake. Roundabout's 25 miles an hour. Braking 30, braked pretty hard. That was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good. Again, there were no cars in the intersection, so when it starts having interactions with other cars, it starts to get pretty bad pretty quick. So again, haven't disengaged it yet, but probably should have earlier. It's not making a right here, so that was a mistake by the navigation and the full self-driving. It's supposed to make a right turn here. Turn on the signal. We're at 34 miles an hour. All right, slowing down quite a bit, which is good in the neighborhood. Went wide there. Not so great. That's not a great driving in the middle of the road. Just trying to split the intersection here, you can see. Here's a cop car, it can see it, and we'll see what it ends up doing. Splits the road and doesn't go into that side of the road, so that's good. But again, this should split up the road, and there is kind of, there's not a lane line, but there's like a tar line, and it should really, I'll slow it down to 20 miles an hour. It should really be able to split this better than it currently is, and it's just not doing that well. Like right now, I'm in the middle of the road and not taking my side of the lane. It thinks those are people, but that's not people. We'll see where this stops, and then we can continue on the map. Okay, it looks like we're, again, in the middle of the road. Alright. We're gonna make it see what it does when we have it go around this roundabout again and see how it does it. There's a car that's in the way, and we'll see how it handles that. I think it's detecting if the car is moving or not, so that was good. It changed the speed for some reason to like 25. Again, we're riding in the middle of the road, so this is supposed to split up and decide like, okay, is this a 2-lane road or is this a 1-lane road? This is a 2-lane road, but there is no lane line in the middle, so it's a neighborhood road, so it doesn't really know. But it seems when oncoming traffic comes, but again, like it's driving in the middle here, and there's a car, like if a car was coming around the bend, it likely would end up like getting into it. Almost just ran over a squirrel. So obviously can't see very little things that are on the road, and is not very conscious of smaller animals. Seemingly okay with larger animals, but I don't think the camera system can handle like a small squirrel. All right, gonna make a left turn here, see how it does. Creeping up, seeing what's out there. Nothing on the left side. There's a car coming on the right. We'll see how it handles speed-wise. Getting up to speed. Other car is just about on our butts, but hasn't caught up to us because we sped up. So that was okay. I would want it to get up to speed a little bit quicker. Alright, on the roundabout, we're going to end up going left, so we'll basically make a full go around, and there's another car coming. We'll see where it ends up going. This one's again coming. It did end up going, ended up using a turn signal, which it doesn't need to do. Although this is probably, again, the best that it has done around the turnabout, or the roundabout. And yeah, that's really all to say about that. I think when there's other cars involved, then it becomes very sketchy on what it ends up doing. So there again wasn't any cars that were coming around and seeing how it would yield to it versus not. Alright, starting to slow down for this right turn. Leaning off to the right, going over the white line for some odd reason. Hugging that white line. Making that right turn, going over the white line again, not sure why. Very interesting turn. I'm not sure why it like tries to hug the line. I think it probably makes sense in terms of that because if there's a car oncoming that it doesn't want to hit it, but I mean if there's something in that way, you probably don't want to hit that either, so you just stay in the middle of the line. Brake. It's going to make a left turn up here. We'll see how it does it. Okay. Oh, it's braking really hard, trying to go in the right lane. Not sure what the hell it's doing. It needs to make a left, and then now we're back in the left lane, so. Yeah, really bad. Really bad. Alright, left turn, go. Have to put the accelerator on. I'm not sure why it didn't. It's got a green arrow, it should go. There's a car behind me thinking like, what are you doing? And then, yeah, not great again. Merging right, fine to go. Turned on a signal, trying to merge. It's good to merge. Merging all the way, making a right turn here. So that's fine. Pretty aggressive, but it is in the aggressive setting, so that's okay. It's braking again for a green light. Again, if there's a car behind me, they would be honking their horn because they're like, what the heck are you doing? That one's a little bit confusing on which lane to be in, so I don't think that's the car's fault necessarily. That's more so like traffic planning and how they made those lane lines. Because when you make a right turn, there's 3 lanes to be in, but the right turn leads you into a turn lane to go right. And there's also like solid lines, so you're not supposed to cross those, but it was not super clear on what to do. So just finding out what the full self-driving software ends up doing is interesting to say the least. But it handled that okay, it just didn't handle the right turn well. Alright. Green light. Go ahead. Getting real close to that curb. And again, it's in the left turn signal. Left turn lane, again, is straight to the left turn and then, oh no, go right. Now it needs to go in the right lane. It's going past it. And then really late going into the right lane here. And now it turns on a signal again for some odd reason. Again, all of this stuff is not great and is very confusing to other drivers around and embarrasses me to the brim to actually allow it to do this kind of thing. I want to just keep telling it like, no, this is wrong, this is all wrong, again, this is wrong again, it's not making a right turn, this is, oh Jesus, it's again still ping-ponging back and forth between the lane. So, not new stuff. It's still problems with the full self-driving, it seems, and the software, again, I really wouldn't recommend to just, again, phantom turn signal. I wouldn't allow it, like, I wouldn't say this is safer than a human driver. Now, I see many accidents and stuff like that. I've tried doing the full self-driving in the snow, and it is definitely not safer than a human in that case. Car come in, make this right turn, should be good to go. Bit slow. See if it makes a left turn signal. It has never done the left turn signal here, but no left turn signal. And the screen is frozen. It's stopping for some odd reason. So yeah, full self-driving clearly has failed here, because I mean the navigation still is seemingly working, but this screen has like failed. It still says it's like creeping forward. Oh, it is gonna make the left turn though, so that's good. There's a person crossing. Let's see what it ends up doing. Okay, it braked for the person. That's good. There's a person crossing, so it braked. It's not showing it on the screen, but there is a person there. So that did a pretty good job. I would say that wasn't bad. But yeah, overall, still quite terrible. And I will say that and keep testing it. But for those enthusiasts out there that are saying, well, I went through this without disengaging it, like, you must be allowing the car to do very, very terrible things that aren't safe for other people on the road and are not clearly suggesting things that you are doing. So that's what I want to say. This is Full Self-Driving. I'm Derek Moy. If you like this content, this video, or if you have any comments below, feel free to leave them there. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.